Have you ever picked up your phone just for a second and then suddenly it's an hour later? You're lying there, thumb on autopilot, and you can't even remember what you were looking for. If you've ever felt that weird mix of guilt, confusion, and how did I get here again, you're not alone. And honestly, it's not your fault. I'll be real with you. I've done it too. The other night, I checked one notification and suddenly I was deep in a rabbit hole of memes, reels, and somehow watching a raccoon eat grapes? I blinked, looked at the clock, and thought, wait, where did my night go? So why does this keep happening? Let's break it down. No judgment, just real science and a few tricks that actually work. Back in the 1950s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner did this wild experiment with pigeons. He found that when rewards came at random times, those pigeons would peck a lever like their lives depended on it. That's called a variable ratio schedule. Sound familiar? Because that's exactly how your favorite apps are designed. Every swipe, it's like pulling a slot machine lever. Maybe you get a hilarious meme, maybe nothing. But it's the maybe that keeps your brain hooked. A study from the University of Michigan found it's not the reward itself, it's the anticipation that fires up your brain. And it's not just you. A 2023 Deloitte survey found Gen Z in the US checks their phones over 150 times a day. That's not a lack of willpower, that's a system designed to keep you coming back. Then there's infinite scroll. Ever notice how you never reach the end of your feed? That's not an accident. A designer named Asa Raskin invented it back in 2006, and yeah, he regrets it. He estimates it steals over 200,000 human lifetimes every single day. When researchers in Hamburg gave people endless feeds, they spent 142% more time scrolling compared to those with natural stopping points. It's like your attention is being vacuumed up, one swipe at a time. But it's not just dopamine and design tricks, it's also about something deeper: connection. A study from the University of Chicago found that being separated from your phone can trigger cravings as strong as nicotine withdrawal. Yeah, that strong. And another study from the University of Pennsylvania showed that cutting social media to just 30 minutes a day for 3 weeks actually reduced loneliness and depression. So if you've ever felt anxious or left out when you're not online, it's not just you. Your brain's social reward system is being hijacked. And all the scrolling? It's exhausting. Dr. Anna Lemke at Stanford says that every time you switch apps, your brain burns glucose. Multiply that by 2,600 touches a day, and you get real cognitive fatigue. That endless stimulation raises your stress hormones, wrecks your sleep, and messes with your focus. It's like running a marathon in your mind every single day and getting nowhere. But here's the thing, this isn't a new problem. Thousands of years ago, the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Nothing is enough for the man to whom enough is too little." And Buddha? He talked about tanha, craving, as the root of suffering. Basically, both were saying, pause. Just pause. What we now call dopamine fasting is really just choosing less stimulation on purpose, so your brain can reset, so you can feel in control again. So how do you break free from this invisible casino? It's not about having superhuman willpower. It's about understanding the game and changing the rules. Here are 3 things you can try, starting today. First, the notification fast. Turn off all but the most essential notifications just for 24 hours. Why? Because in Dr. Lemke's clinic, cravings drop by about 50% after just a week. Your brain finally gets a break from the constant pings. Second, the 30-minute gatekeeper. Use your phone's screen time tools or an app like 1sec to create a 30-second pause before any social app opens. Just 30 seconds. A study from the University of Bonn found this little delay can cut usage by a third in just 2 weeks. That pause gives you a second to ask, do I really want to open this right now? Third,
Analog mornings. Try not touching your phone for the first hour after you wake up. I know, it sounds simple, but it's powerful. Your stress hormones settle. Your focus gets sharper. You start your day on your terms, not your phone's. If you're still with me, I hope you feel a little less alone and a little more in control. I know how easy it is to fall into the scroll trap. I've been there. But you really can change the game. And if you're curious about what all this scrolling is doing to your energy and focus, you'll want to check out episode 2. Digital burnout got you? Here's how to fight back. We'll dig into why even a few minutes of doom scrolling can leave you wiped out, and I'll share science-backed ways to recharge fast. You deserve to feel clear-headed and in control, even in a world that's always trying to steal your attention.